Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank the Honourable Senior Minister of State for his answer to my parliamentary question. I understand that he mentioned that the government does not intend to measure the antibody levels of persons as it stands now. May I please ask the reasons for this? Given that, at least among some quarters, the understanding is that the vaccination may kind of effect of or rather the effectiveness of the vaccination may peter out after several months. And also, wouldn't there be a need to guard against variants, and in particular, the effect of this vaccination against variants? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the member for his question. As I mentioned, we are studying the matter of antibody levels. And I think before we make a decision about how we would look at what's happening in the population, let us first do those studies. For most vaccinations previously, that hasn't been the approach to go with a population-wide antibody assay. It's also logistically very difficult and would place a burden on our population. So we need to be sure that it's useful and necessary before we would do such a thing. However, with the issue of variants, assaying a set of antibodies to a prior vaccination isn't going to necessarily be useful to inform the clinical risk for a new variant that perhaps wasn't there when that vaccination was delivered. So I think there are two separate issues. The issue of variants, virus variants, I beg your pardon, is being closely studied by our experts as well as international experts. And the matter of if, when, and whether we should be doing serology and antibody testing is also being studied. So let us complete those studies before we make any decision on that basis.